Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's presentation. Today we'll be discussing the influencers of Divvy bike rides. And to start off, we'll take a look at the chart on our bottom left, which shows the relationship between the temperature and Divvy bike rides. And as you can see here, there's a positive correlation between Divvy rides and temperature. In the winter months, as you see here, as well, no, in the summer months right here, as you can see, its temperatures are warmer, so that means Divvy bike rides are much higher. And over here, as temperatures dip, so do the rides, and it peaks out right here in July 2020. We also see the rides also increase. And this relationship, if we look closely at the tooltip here, we can see that in the winter months, when it is colder, when the rides are less frequent, we can see that the casual riders are significantly less than member riders. And in the summertime, as you can see in like July or August 2020, we see that the number of member riders and casual riders are almost about the same, which means that overall more people are riding in general. Moreover, if we look at to the chart on the right, we see another relationship that revolves around the elements of nature. We can see that wind speeds have a direct impact on the number of riders who ride. And contrary to the temperature, the wind speeds have a negative correlation with the Divvy riders. So as the wind speeds increase, the riders decrease. And the obvious reason is that it's harsh to ride against harsh elements. It's tougher to ride in harsh elements, harsh weather. Not only is it more difficult, but it's also very dangerous. Riders are vulnerable and prone to more accidents happening. So for that reason alone, you'll see that the rides have a negative correlation. Moreover, we'll take a look at the chart on the upper left, which is the impact that sporting events have on Divvy rides. Chicago has many sport teams, and you can see here there's a breakdown of different types of sports from WNBA to NFL. And we could see here WNBA and Major League Baseball by far have the highest, they attract the highest numbers of riders. And the reason is simple. They're not necessarily more popular than the other sports, but what they do have is that their season schedules are in more favorable months, which mean MLB and the WNBA have schedules that stretch from either spring to fall or just strictly in the summer, which means that riders are more inclined to go to the events via bike. And you could see here as well, like during these months, like casual riders are almost dead even with the member riders, which means they're more than likely to ride in the summer months. Um, we can see it in the bottom for NFL, NHL, and NBA. Number of riders, the casual riders is significantly less than member riders, which is again the reason for that would be the weather, the temperature. It's colder. These seasons typically run through the colder months, which means less casual riders. Lastly, we'll take a look at the chart on the right, which shows that areas with the highest walking populations for some reason have the least amount of bike riders. The reason for that would be that um, areas of that have multi-communal options, that is train or ride or taxis, are more likely to have more bike riders. So this means that you're traveling a greater distance, which requires more means of transportation as opposed to an area with a higher walking population, which means that everything is in close proximity and it decreases the demand for riders. So far right now, these are some of the major influencers of the Divvy bike rides. Thank you.